Mike Owens with Inside Fighting, joined today in Las Vegas by the main man, Dan Ige, who returns to action UFC 318, facing Patricio Pitbull. Dan, always a pleasure, my man. How things?
Really good, man. Really good. Nice to be talking to you. It's here we are, 1 year anniversary, International Fight Week, and 3 weeks out from the fight. So yeah.
I didn't even think about that one.
Yeah.
Today. Wow.
Yeah. Crazy, right?
What a moment! What a moment in the sports history when you actually think and reflect on
For sure.
what you did that night.
For sure. And we've been working the whole time, so getting better and excited to go out there and showcase my skills in 3 weeks.
Before we talk about the fight, I want to bring you back to Miami because obviously a big victory over Sean Woodson last time out. How have you reflected on that fight and that performance?
It was a great fight, great performance. Kind of went how I, in a way, expected. I knew he was going to be tricky, very long, very rangy. It was a hell of a training camp, sparring a bunch of, lightweights, welterweights, middleweights, just to find guys with the stature. So we knew he was going to be tricky, but I knew if I just stay composed and look for those shots, I would eventually find some big shots. And eventually we hurt him in the third round and put him away. And yeah, it was nice, man. It was emotional just to finally get a win again after over a year, and it just felt really good.
I spend a lot of time with fighters on fight weeks, and I see a lot of different emotions play out, and I've never been honestly seen many people as dialed in for a fight throughout the course of fight week as I saw you that week. I mean, you said no to an interview with me, which you've never done. You said you wanted to keep in the zone and keep focused, and it felt like you were really, it felt like a kind of in your head that was a big moment in your career and you needed to get that victory.
For sure. It was just very personal for me to get over that mental hurdle. I'm always right there, and even some of these losses are like so close.
Yeah.
And I just needed to create those boundaries, and I'm kind of doing something similar. Like, I'm really not doing a lot of media. Not, you're a friend of mine. We're here in the gym. I'm literally still sweating. So it's not like taking away too much of my mental energy and time. And I'm always happy to talk to.
I appreciate you calling me a friend.
Yeah, no worries, man. Yeah.
Can we talk about the stoppage? Because in the Woodson fight, there was a lot of controversy about the stoppage. Now, I was in the arena, and obviously I'm slightly biased because we are friends. Yeah. I didn't think it was an early stoppage, but there seemed to be a lot of heat online. Can you just, in the moment, what were you feeling about the...
In the moment, I didn't even know there was controversy just because, the crowd erupted.
Yeah.
I felt his body. His body went limp. He shot him for a takedown, and he really wasn't, defending himself properly. And I understand the controversy. When I went back, they asked me about it at the press conference. So I'm like, I didn't even know there was controversy until I went back. And I believe the commentary plays a big role in that.
Of course it does, yeah.
And people are going to say what they're going to say, but at the end of the day, it's a win on my record and a finish on my record. So, that's it.
Patricio Pitbull, it's not very often the fighters call out somebody and they get the name that they called out. The fighter that they called out. Why was he the person that you wanted to fight next? What kind of attracts you to his name?
I think just the fighting style and, the legacy he holds and the accolades he holds. Someone new, new in the division, a legend in the sport.
You think so?
Yeah.
He deserved that status?
He's a legend for sure. 2-time champion, I think 11-time Bellator champion, wins over Michael Chandler, almost held 3 titles, double champ. He's one of the best in the world. Had a shortcoming against Yair, which is a hell of a matchup. That's a tough fighter to deal with. I still think he's one of the best and could beat anyone on any given night. And I just had a feeling, it was either going to be him. We're all in the same locker room. It was me, Pitbull, and Gene Silva.
Yeah.
So I was like, I have a feeling I'm going to fight one of these guys.
Yeah.
I don't know who, and it just so happened to make sense. He lost to Yair. I won against Woodson. Yeah, he's not ranked, but he's still a big name. Yeah. And there's some other fighters, that I could have fought, but that was the name that was offered, and we took the fight.
I was about to say that because as much as this is, a situation you've been in the past in terms of you defending your rank against somebody outside of the top 15, it's not quite that. There's a lot bigger stakes, even though Pitbull doesn't have a number next to his name. You've just said then with all the accomplishments he's got in the sport, this is a much bigger fight than you just defending the number that you've got next to your name.
I still feel like, this is like a top 5 level fight. Yeah. It's a very big fight, although he has no number next to his name. I could throw him at number 5 in the division, like easy. He's that good, and I'm that good too, and I think it's going to be a great fight.
Would a win over Patricio Pitbull be the biggest or the best on your resume?
I try not to hype it up. Like it's a fight, you know. It's a win over him is a win on my record. I don't look at like a bigger win than any other win I've had in my life. That's sometimes where I go wrong as far as my thinking and my thought process. Like I'll hype up a fight bigger than it is because at the end of the day, it's just a fight.
Yeah.
I've shown obviously I can just show up and fight on hours. Like it's a fight at the end of the day, and you know, we could game plan. You could hype up a fighter as big as you want. You have the UFC promoting us. We get in there, it's just the best man wins. Yeah. So we'll see.
Did his performance against Yair change your opinion or change your game plan going into this fight at all?
No. I feel like he's been in so many 5-round fights. He got a little bit of a slow start. Yair's just a mother effer to deal with too. He's very tricky. Can attack you from any angle, both stances, kicks like crazy. It's not an easy fight, and you got to be in great shape to fight him, and you got to like put some serious pressure on him. And I have a feeling he'll be a little more urgent against myself, but we'll see. You know, we get in there, we throw some leather, and we'll see how urgent he is. I know what I have to do in there. I know I have a game plan, but again, at the end of the day, it's a fight, and you know the best man will win that night.
You mentioned then it's a year to the date till, you know, since one of the most, you know, unique moments in the sport's history, you taking a fight on a pay-per-view, you know, on 4 hours' notice. If you get a call on Saturday afternoon and say the UFC say Ilia Topuria or Charles Oliveira have fallen out of the fight, do you take it?
Dude, it's funny because I literally had the thought. I'm kind of in like the same situation. Like I'm getting ready for a fight like I was.
Yeah.
And I had this funny thought today. I was like, dude, I could be lightweight champion Saturday night. Like, what if I'm lightweight champion Saturday night? Like, it's just like, it's just a thought, you know? Obviously a title shot comes upon you. You never say no. Like, I'd take the fight 100%.
How do you see that one playing out? If it does happen, of course, and you don't step in and fight one of them.
I don't know. I really don't know. Topuria's been looking great, and every time I picked against him, I've been wrong.
Yeah.
Charles, obviously, he's a fan favorite. Love his fighting style. I love his story, what he's come back from, what he's faced, what he's battled, what he's overcome. I just love his story. It's hard to make a logical decision, honestly.
A couple more before I let you go. Since the last time we spoke, how's life as a girl dad?
Oh, dude, yes, it's different. It's great though. You know, she's my son's over here doing jiu-jitsu. My daughter, she's a little princess demon. She's crazy, but I love her. She mellows me out. My son drives me nuts. She mellows me out. So it's a good balance.
I love it. I love it. Last question from me. Thank you so much for your time.
Yeah.
When Dana White walks into the press room on Saturday and somebody asks him about your fight, what do you want him to say?
Shit, they haven't even announced my fight. I mean, I hope.
Sorry, no, in a couple of weeks' time.
Okay.
Sorry,
no, you're good.
317. In a couple of weeks' time, when Dana White walks in the media room in Louisiana, what do you want him to be saying about your fight?
That, you know, just exactly who I am. You know, just the guy who shows up, he's down to fight anyone and put on my best. I don't know. I can't control what he's going to say. All I know is I'm going to go out there and put on my best effort and give my best performance I can.
Dan the man. Dan, always a pleasure, my man. Good to see you. Thank you for your time.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you.